Welcome to Gentleman's Rock, down Churnet Valley. I'm just warming my fingers up, getting ready for a climb. And one of the best ways to do that down at a crag is to just find some holds and start waiting on them. I mean, you might find some places at crags where you might have a big jug you can hang on and do a couple of pull-ups on. Or you can find crimps like this and just take your body weight off it a little bit, just to start warming your fingers up. So that you're not going straight into a climb cold. Especially if you're going for a climb near the top of your limits. And this saves you having to bring in a piece of equipment to warm your fingers up with. Because I know some people like to bring edges in with them. But I don't have one of them, so this is how I warm up. It is very cloudy today. However, it's still around about 25 degrees, so it's a bit on the muggy side. I chose this over Amazing Tree because I knew this would be more sheltered from the sun if it does come back out, as it looked like it was going to earlier. We have had some rain overnight, and I've had a look at this rock, and some patches that look like they might be a little damp, but we're not going to be anywhere near them today, so that's fine for us. So, I'm going to show you what I'm thinking of today, and then finish off my warm-up. If you are a regular on my channel, this climb will be nothing new to you. This is Speed Imp-Act. And I've done a fair few videos on here now. I've done even more sessions on here now. So last time I was here, a couple of months back, I wasn't really happy with how I was performing on this, partly because I've not been outdoors for quite some time. So my first thing is to make sure that I'm feeling strong on the first half. That I can already do. It just felt heavy last time, it felt weak, so I want to make sure I've got that back. And then I really want to work this move. I know physically I should be capable of that. If this was a climb in a climbing wall, I'd have done it ages ago. And it's not a particularly big move either, so we're going to work that. I do have a couple of hours, so I'm going to take my time. I've not climbed yesterday, I haven't climbed Sunday, so my skin's had a bit of chance to recover. Saturday was the Walstoke Summer Fair. I didn't record anything for that one, I just had fun. And to be honest, there was a few kids around as well, so I didn't really want to take the camera out and get them. Yeah, there was some fun play about boulders set on that. And then I had a little go on the new setup in the cave. So there might be a project up there that I can play on. If the rain does come back, that's what we'll start focusing on. So let's just get in a couple of hangs, start getting some full body weight on the fingers. That's good. This is a bit like hangboarding. So the left hand's basically a crimp. The right hand's near enough a pocket. On these two holes. That feels good. I think I'm going to play on the traverse down the other end for a little bit, just get some movement back in, get the blood flowing in the fingers. Then I'm going to pick you back up from there. Warm up done. Let's give this a go and see how I get on. Yeah, I think that'll do. I don't remember that being so positive. Almost overshot that. Okay, that felt good. Maybe need to warm up a bit more on the muscles. Okay. Okay, that was good. Right, I think I want to turn you round that way. Could do with a bit better activation in my back muscles, I think there. There is a very nice gentle bit of breeze every now and then, which is helping take the edge off the heat a little bit. So I'll set it to there and there. I need to rework out the foot positioning to go for that move. As I said, we're going to pace this one. Which does mean I'm currently fighting the urge to pull back on. But I'll give it another 30 seconds or so. Hey, we got some blue sky. This should be the warmest day of the week. It should be dipping back down a little bit now. The weather forecast keeps changing on whether it's going to rain or not. If it does, I don't think it's going to be much. I'm pretty sure we had some last night. So it's rather wet this morning when I got up. So the ground here is very dry. Okay. Let's go again. God, the head game on that move. What it is. See, how big that move looks depends on the angle you're looking at it from. Like from back here, I'd have said that's about the length of my arm. From here, it looks longer, but it's definitely less than an arm span. In fact, if I get it accurately, I should be in this kind of position, so I won't even be close to being locked off, I don't think, on either arm. It's annoying going on YouTube and seeing people make this climb look dead easy on that move because they just tool and reach. Whereas I don't think I can do that. I've got to put a little bit of power into it. So what I am doing right now is rethinking how I want to do it. I might need to go for it a bit more explosively than usual. I also remember last year figuring out that the trick was to bring the hips across and then up. So it was that kind of movement. I need to remember to move with the hips, not lead with the arm. That was better, that was closer. A bit more that way. Going with the hips felt better, was coming right under it. You tend to see that quite a bit with newer climbers in the wall, where when they're going for a hold that they think's out of the reach, they kind of throw their hand up towards it and try to reach. Whereas the trick is drive through your legs and push through the hips. And your upper body is going to pretty much get propelled by that. So you don't have to so much reach for a hold. You can propel yourself up into it and catch it. And that's probably one of the most important drills you can learn. I'd see faster progression if you're earlier in your climbing life. Learn to move with the hips. Because if you think about it, that's pretty much the centre of your body. So wherever that goes, your body's going to go. In most cases with climbing, that means downwards. Closer. Gosh, just putting the power into that move and trusting it. Right, longer rest. Because I remember this hold here is a bit on the sharp side, and that can quickly take away your skin on the fingertips. So rather than just waste skin by throwing at it again and again, get the most out of each attempt by resting more. Then it doesn't matter if that does eat the skin on every attempt, you're able to give it better goes. So quality of the attempt rather than quantity of attempt. I'm really happy with this part though. I could tell I've been doing more outdoors lately. I can tell I've been pushing a bit harder again in my climbing in general, but specifically more outdoors. I feel like I've got the power back on this sequence, which I'm happy about. Alright, I need more oomph in that movement. That felt better, that felt closer. Come on, we can get that today. I don't care about the top, I just want that move, that hold. I think someone's dog is swimming in the water down there. That just doesn't sound like a bad idea. I'm so warm. One of these holes needs brushing, that one. Whilst I think about it, felt a little bit slippy. Might as well get that as well. And that. How is it? Yeah, that's better. I think I'll give this one more attempt, then I'm going to take my shoes off and let my feet breathe for a little bit. Hopefully my other shoes come back from Llanberis this week. I finally got and sent them in for a resole. Made the payment. They're getting not rebranding, that's not the word. The rand of the shoe, I think. Yeah, having that done. So just the resole I think would have been 65 quid. But if they need rebranding as well, that's an extra tenner. I just send it to them and they tell me what needs doing with them. I never had a problem with them. I think this is probably the 4th time that they've resold those particular pair for me as well. Llanberis resoles. So that's 75 quid for that, as opposed to 115 or something I think for a fresh pair of shoes. I think about ready for another attempt. Chalked up. Chalk on these 2 fingertips is gone. Right. Through with the hips. Oh, that was almost it. Okay, I'm gonna rest. I'm going to take the shoes off. I'm going to have 5 or 10 minutes. Oh man, that feels so good on the toes. I would say go take 5, but that's not how this thing works when I've edited it. So I'm going to take 5. The trick is not to rest so much that you end up cooling back down. You don't want that to happen. Let's give this another go then, shall we? Oh! I tried to get into it too soon. Oh, I felt so good on that go as well. Oh. For about half a second, I really thought that was going. I need to trust the rock on that one. Things like that's the problem, because I know I've had my fingertips into it just a little bit before. I think if I get right in, because I know it's sharpish, I know it's not going to cut me because, well, that's been used hundreds and hundreds of times. So obviously it's going to be fine. And the other thing is, if it's that sharp, you think it's going to be thin and break off, but again, it's been used hundreds and hundreds of times, so that's not going to happen. Or at least it's not likely to happen. Try not to tempt fate like that, Wilcox. All right, that can go. That can go. If I can do that, I think that'll actually end up being the first time I've actually made progress on this in about 4 years. And then I just need one move, the top move. This is another thing you see a lot in newer climbers as well. And I'm guessing it does still happen to a lot of the more experienced ones, even the pros, but knowing that you're physically capable of doing the move, but not trusting it when you actually go for it. Basically keeping relaxed. If you don't trust it, you're going to tense up and you're going to fail if you do that. Whereas if you take a breath out and just relax and go for it, it should be much better. Okay, starting to get a couple of little tears on the skin. Nothing to worry about at the minute. I keep slapping the edge of it. I wonder if I am doing something wrong. What am I missing? I think I'll record it next attempt on my phone so I can watch it back. And even if I'm not missing anything, I can at least take a look at what my hips are doing, because I think that's where the problem's going to be. Currently 5 to 4, so I've been about an hour here. I think I'm getting my feet in the right place. I'm not entirely sure about the left foot. The right foot I think I'm doing okay. It's irritating to keep getting so close. I think my hips are too low. In which case my foot might be too low. Okay. I need to have a little think about that. Yeah. I think my hand was close away from the hold because I was bringing that left foot up gave me a closer position on the move, but brought me into the rock more, so it was more in my face. So when I went for that, I didn't commit quite enough, I think is what happened there. But I do think keeping my left foot down here is probably the wrong move. Oh great, great. The autofocus has gone on the back of my shoe rather than on me climbing. Well done. Well, at least it's not terribly blurred. Where are we? Get the move, get the move, get the move. Yeah. Okay. Man, this slow-mo gets really noisy footage. Oh, that's what's making the difference. Okay. Okay, so what's happening when I keep my left foot down here, wherever it was, there, is my right foot's up, so my right hip goes up. My left foot's staying down, so my left hip stays down. So what it's doing is that, which means the hips have got to travel further. Whereas if I bring the left foot up, whether it's smearing against the wall or whether I can find a hold there, it's doing that to my hips, which means they don't have to travel as far. From this position, you can also get more power through them. So that's what I need to do. I need to find somewhere to put my left foot, which I know on one attempt a year or two back, I did do. And that was when I got closest on that. I think it was a smear somewhere. So if my right foot is here, I need my left foot as level with that as I can get it. Because you can see the positioning in the legs. When the hips are level and my feet come up, it's more like kind of a horse stance or a frog squat kind of position, ready to go. Whereas when the left hip's down, there's no coil there or anything. So, okay. Now that I've worked that out, that's going to help me on future attempts. I am starting to get a hole in the skin there on that finger. The others are holding up fine for the minute, so I'm going to keep going a little bit. I'm going to spend some time trying to just figure out where I want my foot here, and then I'll pick you back up when I'm ready for another go. I'm hitting the point where I'm going to start needing to take longer rests. Well, not going to, I do need to start taking longer rests between goes. Starting to feel it now. So what I was saying about the off-kilter hips, it was a problem for how low down I was. It wouldn't be as much of a problem from higher up. I'm wondering if I can maybe stand up onto that. Probably not. It might be too high. Ooh. Oh, there's a little pebble there. Ooh. I'm not sure that would work. Maybe. That might just be enough. I still need to find out where I want my left foot on here somewhere. I swear I had it last year in a place that felt really solid for that move. I might try stand on that. That'll put me 1 to 3 inches closer. Well, 3 inches higher. Let's see if I get in position and hold around there long enough to play around with the feet a bit and try and figure something different. Because unless I can generate more power through the hips, I don't think what I've been trying so far is going to work for me. The other alternative is to have a growth spurt of about 2 or 3 inches, but I don't think that's going to be all too likely. Doesn't tend to happen once you're in your mid-30s. Okay. I don't think that pebble's going to be good to stand on, but let's see if we can figure it out. That's a no. That's a firm no. Oh. Okay. I'm going to take one more big break and then try again because I don't think I've got enough in my fingers to hold there and mess about anymore. So 5 or 10 minutes, then we'll give this another go or two. Let's see how that goes. Better yet, we'll see if it actually goes. You know that thing I said earlier about not stopping for too long? I may have done that. I mean, it's only been about 5 minutes, but that might have been 5 minutes too much. So let's see. That. No, that's terrible. That's too far out. It's gonna have to be there. Oh god, no. Skin tone, skin, yeah, I'm done. My skin, it's too sore to hold that now and just breaking apart. So, annoyingly, I'm gonna have to call that there without getting that hold. Well, we're 25 to 5. Yeah. Right, I'll pack up. I've got skin ripping open there. That's starting to, that is. That fingertip's pretty much gone. Yep. Oh well, there's going to be at least one more session on this. Well, I may not have got the hold like I wanted to, but on the plus side, I have still made a little bit of progress with figuring out the hip level thing and the need to get that left foot higher. So the next time I come down onto this climb, I can bring that with me, and it means I can use that right from the start of the session and play with that on my good attempts. The other upside is that first half I have got back pretty much perfectly. I don't like how when I go into the jugs I'm having to shuffle my hands about quite a bit. But I can tidy that up later. My main concern now is getting on with the climb itself, getting the next hold, and then being able to hopefully work the finish. So there's still a couple of good takeaways from that session. And a lot of the times, especially when you're projecting, that's generally how it goes. So I think I'm going to leave it here for another one. Hopefully, if you are a climber, you've been able to take something away from that you can put into your own climbing. Whether it's on rock or on the wall. If you have done this climb, leave a comment below for that bit of foot positioning that I'm trying to figure out, would you? It could be helpful. I'm pretty sure I'm headed in the right direction on it now. But it'd be interesting to see where other people have had their feet on that. Because I'm pretty sure that's the key part that I've been missing. Anyway, with that, goodbye.